Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and today, for the first time in a long while, I am streaming the Lord of the Rings Online, and we have level 130 stuff on Anor. I think that came out Wednesday, and today is Friday. I'm just now getting a chance to play through this, but I'm quite excited to revisit Minas Morgul today. I'll go over a little bit of my plans, like specific plans with the content, in a few moments as I settle in here. It looks like my character's in Yarnfast. I did actually, for today's thumbnail, did I actually put up the right thumbnail for this stream? I have no idea. Okay, hopefully I put the right thumbnail up. It looks like I did. But yeah, logged in to get a screenshot of my character. Anyway, I need to go up, not down, and take a swift travel to Beorninghus. Beornhus, not Beorninghus. But anyway, probably Scarhold. Oh, it's been so long since I played Lotro, I forget how you even travel places. But yeah, so for starting Minas Morgul, there are a couple concerns, specifically starting Mordor Besieged, because that is the first zone. And here is a cat, as Hunsu said. One is I did not actually get all caught up with the Black Book of Mordor book quests, and the Shades in the Swamp. Didn't get caught up with either of those, so unfortunately this character is not completely ready. So I forget if you actually have to do, I guess I'll go to Holtvis. I forget if you have to do, if those are prerequisites for the, I think book 11 is what it would be with the Black Book of Mordor. So I don't know if I still have some prerequisites to do. So there is the potential that we'll have to take a little bit extra long to actually get there, but we'll find. Oh, it is actually Beorninghus. I even forgot the name of that place. Looks like it is nighttime. But yeah, with Minas Morgul, I'm quite excited to get back to it because I just really enjoyed that content when I did it at when was that? Late 2020, fall 2020, when I came back and did all that stuff on Louisden. Of course, I'll be going through it on a Warden again. That's not necessarily intentional. I just like the class, so that is how it works out. Okay, let's see if Gandalf has a new quest for me, and he does not. Okay, so wow, I'm finding lots of people in the kin. There aren't even that many people online, I'm just running into them. But yeah, unfortunately, and I do think it's unfortunate, you have to do these prerequisites. This is something that a lot of people complained about with the Gundabad expansion, I know, that you couldn't just start the new quest with Gundabad, and that does look to be the case with this. I think I only need to do Shades in the Swamp, but if I look at the Lotro wiki, I can see how many quests I have left in Chapter 10. A little bit less than halfway. So I might go ahead and finish Chapter 10 just to get that done as well. I don't expect it to take too long. But yeah, it just means it might be an extra moment before we actually get into Minas Morgul stuff. Okay, so 10.3 takes me towards the south, and I know Shades in the Swamp will also go south near the Gladden area, so I should probably actually... Oh my. Yeah, I should probably take a swift travel to Holtvis would be the quickest way to go about this. Hello, the Zocker. One thing I should note is that even though I started the stream extra early compared to my normal starting stream time, I unfortunately will probably only be able to play roughly 3 hours at most because I got some stuff I still need to do, but I did want to take the opportunity to play some Lotro and get back to the game and get at least a little bit caught up. Main goal is to get settled in Minas Morgul content, but get at least a little bit caught up with that. So one thing that's really weird is you can actually buy the level 130 Valor on the server, even though the level cap is 130. So that's a little bit odd because all the previous level cap raises, including level 120, you could only buy Valors that were below the level cap. I don't know if that was intentional. There is a small possibility that it was, because I know at the end of the level 130 cap, like in the Gundabad pre-patch, they added the 130 Valors. So perhaps that would be some reasoning for that. Okay, I definitely know some orcs are to the north. That much I remember. So we can get all the orcs there. I also need flanks. Oh, from forest hearts. I actually do need to kill the deer. I guess this is not elf land, because usually in those areas you don't have to kill a deer. Okay, I think we can get that one on the way back because there are orcs up here. Baron Jack, you asked if I've ever considered collabing with other Lotro creators on YouTube. I have. I have actually done it with Dan's Adventures. I know he doesn't really make that many videos, but I've done that with him, played with him at least. Yeah, I tried a couple, but nothing ever worked out, and then I think somebody else wanted me on their channel, but also nothing really came of it. My audio is really low. I think the audio is all working for you all. I just can't hear anything. There we go. But yeah, I would be open to doing collabs with other Lotro content creators, but one problem lately is I'm quite busy. In fact, I was actually hoping to do another like interview. I don't know if interview is even the best word for this, but more of a chat discussion question session with the Lotro producer again, Rune, about specifically the monetization changes, but I just have not even had a chance to reach out about that. We need one more. Oh, perfect. One more for forest art, and then I'll know where to go from here. I definitely want to have this one locked up. The new patch will be released. There's not a release date, but I suspect it will be April 20th, which is less than a week from now. It is possible that it won't be April 20th, but the reason I think that is because that is the anniversary start date. And that is when it was said that all these changes would go in to kick off the anniversary, and because that starts at April 20th, those two line up. And the 20th specifically, because that's also a Wednesday, and they usually do patches around Wednesday. Find the source of the sin. Oh, that's a totally different quest. Unfortunately, I don't really care too much about zone quests at this point. Although I suppose I could take a moment to interact with them. Oh yeah, isn't this weekend 20% virtue XP? Ooh, that actually leads me into my next topic, that I will be perhaps not getting much virtue XP with my plans with Minas Morgul. So I was thinking with this character, I would try to do level 130 content that I did not do as much of on Louisden, because I did not get to doing everything at 130 on Louisden. Is this not where I need to go? I guess not. I did all of Minas Morgul, which included all of Mordor Besieged and Morgul Vale, including the city of Minas Morgul and all the such. So I did all of that on him, but then the next zone, Wells of Langflood, I did maybe half. I don't even know if I got halfway through the zone. As far as zone quests go, I did, of course, all the book quests there. And Elder Slade, I did, I think, the majority of. If I had to estimate, maybe 75% of zone quests I did. If not all of them. I could even have gone back and did all of them. I don't remember. Okay, headed southwest. Forget, am I doing... Okay, I am on the regular book quest, not Shades in the Swamp. These other people are in Holtvist, probably up north here, yeah. What's that going on about? Oh, Minas Morgul and the such? Oh yeah, so I plan to do all of Wells of Langflood on this character, assuming I have the time to do it all. Hopefully I will have the time to at least do that. And all of as animals are, because that was another one on Louis, and I enjoyed that zone, but I just didn't get questing through it all that much. So hopefully on this character I can also get to doing all the Blood of Azog content in as animals are. There are some really exciting quests there, but again, just never got around to it. So while I am doing that, like my path there, those are all level 130 zones. And if I am going to skip, why do I keep having trouble knowing where to go here? I went up there twice and I just checked the map. Here's this guy, he's hiding. Okay, we need to bring the tolls to Grimbeorn. It was probably in Beorning Husk, because where else would he be? Or am I going north? I'll eventually make some progress here.
We hear tell of great deeds from far away, but danger is only.
Okay, so I'll get back to my Minas Morgul plans in a moment, but hello John from Brussels. Quite far away, as I say every time. And yeah, Charles, once the Lotro update comes in, I suspect there will also be quite a few people interested in jumping into the game with all those changes, because there will be a whole lot more content you can play, both free and as a VIP, a subscriber. Okay, up to Gandalf. Maybe I should do a poll if y'all want me to continue the book quests here. It seems like this has been the story for quite a while here. I don't think I will find any gear upgrades here.
I have found that walking can often be the best way.
Okay, good fences. Oh no, this is defeat orcs. Yes, Gladden Fields. Perfect. And no, don't have an exact date for update 33, but I again suspect it will be April 20th, because that is the start of the anniversary. And then next up,
The veils are under our
Data Pumet, you asked if I have my own kinship that people could join. I don't have my own kinship, but the kinship I am in, I am an officer in, so I can invite people. But this is on Anor, which I'm guessing if you're asking about that, perhaps you're also on Anor. There aren't too many people here. Actually, population's quite low, but I suppose it's slightly early, slightly before peak time maybe. But even for this server, I would have expected it to be a bit higher with how new the level 130 content is. But we'll see as the evening progresses. Alright, headed down south and then west. Game is chugging a little bit today. I've almost been so busy just trying to get these quests done that I haven't even noticed it too much, but definitely is. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it or if it's just a Lotro thing at this point. I remember back in the day, the zone was not great performance-wise. Yeah, so Ryan, I am not familiar with the developer. The name sounds slightly familiar, but that could just be because of the somewhat common name Orion. So I suppose it can be exciting, but again, I'm not too familiar with them and what they have or have not done. I heard they did a lot with PvMP and Minstrel. Didn't back in the day each of the classes have their own like dedicated developer? Oh, Minstrel and Warden. Well, I like the Warden, so that's quite exciting. Or something that is exciting. Inventory. Yikes, wish I didn't look at that. It's a good thing I did, but it's actually scary. A lot of this should clean up when I get level 121 for a few reasons. I do plan to dump all my resources into the reward track once I get to 121. I'm of course going to do all my level 120 heritage runes when I'm at 120. So if I get any more of those, but as far as all my other heritage runes on other characters, I want to use all those while I'm 121 on my Warden, or at least once I get to 121. It doesn't matter that it's specifically at 121, but I want to do that so I can finish this season's reward track, which I probably made quite a bit of progress on naturally. I still haven't used all my saved up heritage runes, still haven't used those. I haven't even done, since the update, have not done that much content on this character, and I'm at 36. I imagine if you run instances over and over, kind of like Gundabad endgame was with how quick those 3-mans are and the such, that people probably went through that very fast even without heritage runes. And I think the end date is coming up like a month-ish from now. I forget, does it actually say? Yeah, a month and 2 days. Oh, hey, apparently I'm getting progress on Shades in the Swamp. I'm guessing Lost Spirit counts for that. I didn't even know which quest I was heading to. I just know both of the book quests are here. And as a Warden, all I really have to do is hit them with Ranger's Outing Challenge and I'm all set. Okay, so as I head to the orcs and perhaps one more shade if I still need one more. Or I haven't paid attention to what I pulled. Yeah, still need one more shade, but to go over my Minas Morgul plans again, I am planning on focusing on book quests actually to start. So XP can be a little bit of a concern. It's something I'm just kind of curious on how my progress will go with that. Was that a half orc? No, that's a ruffian. I'm guessing there are half orcs in here, otherwise there could also be full orcs, I suppose. I really don't remember it's showing them. Yeah, here's some half orcs. Your faint calling. Oh, that's where Isildur is. It's so weird working on chapter 10 and the interlude at the same time. I do, just to point out, I only need to do the Shades in the Swamp, the interlude. So I might even just do that. I don't know. We'll see where the regular book quest leads. But I want to start Minas Morgul content. So anyway, the point with the whole XP thing is I will see how far the book quest can get me. Oh, I need to defeat regular orcs. They're up to the northwest, it looks like. There's some. Yeah, my performance is not doing well here. Usually swamps aren't the best anyway. All the fog. Fog seems to be quite taxing in Lotro. In fact, if I remember correctly, fog is one of the few things that can actually increase GPU usage. I'm still not sitting at full usage, about 60-ish%. But I think it is higher in areas with fog than areas without. John, you have questions with Great River. Yes, you may ask those. Having a problem with the quests of them. Okay. Yeah, on the note of PvMP, if upgrading that would be a boost for the game, I'm not sure. For me, it probably wouldn't impact me that much just because I have grown to have no interest in that. Or the orcs? Oh, yeah, there's that camp up there. Okay. I remember where all the orcs are now. Just took a moment. I think you get up there from the west. But you might also be able to from the east. Here are some orcs. Alright, need to kill 4 of them. Not really that many. When you pass from 138, I'm guessing you mean level 138, but I'm not sure. Because that would be pretty high level for Great River. Norneel. Yeah, I'm not sure. I somewhat recently, a couple years ago, went through Great River. More like a few years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, but I didn't have any issues, and I don't remember exactly who Norneel is, unfortunately. Okay, at least I feel like I'm making progress with this stuff again. I think Shades in the Swamp, I'm still fairly early into that. I mean, we just got to killing the Shades in the Swamp, actually. How does it feel to be the most popular Lotro creator? It feels weird. If I am the most popular Lotro creator, even. My channel has blown up quite a bit the past since I returned in 2020. It actually started blowing up, relatively blowing up in 2019, but then I had to take that whole break when I moved. To Gandalf, Baroninghus. So I can talk to Gandalf down here, or I can talk to him up there, but it's for 2 totally different quests, each version of him. Now I have a question. Do I have... Oh, I have Muster and Holtvis. Perfect. Gee. See, it's pretty great that all these people like my content, and I guess that I'm popular with that, but for me at least, it definitely feels odd. I think also because Lotro is, if we look at the reality of the game and just content and content consumption with the game, it's not the most popular game. So overall, my channel is quite small, even if it is relatively popular for Lotro, so that also, I don't know, still makes it a bit odd, I guess. One of the reasons. Is old content still relevant in Lotro? Can you do group PvE content with other people easily? So the easily part, you can do old group content. I love doing old group PvE content, like the old dungeons and the such. I really do enjoy that, but it can be, one, hard to find people to actually do it with, even on the more populated servers. I have heard it can take quite a long time to find a group. And 2, a lot of the older content while you're leveling is just very easy because characters have become relative to what they used to be back when that content was like first released. It's become a lot easier. So yeah, it's just like dungeons are super easy, and often you don't even have to pay attention to any mechanics for some of the older instances. So it both becomes easy, just in general, and then can hardly feel or hardly experience any of the old mechanics because of that. So yeah, early group content is in a bit of an odd state to me because of that.
I told you I encountered this shade long ago, and it is true. That is enough for now.
These are all Gladden Fields, more shades. Oh, I can actually do my Warden muster. That'd be cheaper at least. Not that I can't afford to travel, but yeah. Okay, and then Stan, or Stan. Anyway, you said you can't decide which tank to play, Warden or Beorning. I would say Beorning overall is probably in a better state as far as tanking goes than Warden right now. But to me, both are really fun. One thought with the Warden is typically if you're doing group content with a Warden, you'd much more value their damage than their tanking. Which, depending on the type of people you group with, what group you get, that may not be a problem, but it's just something to consider. And the same, I could say, is true with the Beorning, but it seems to be to a lesser extent how much more valued either their DPS. I've heard things about Beorning damage being good, but I haven't seen too much of that. Like, I've heard some people talk about the Beorning damage being really great now, but then some people saying they're not. So I actually don't know. And since I haven't played... One, I haven't played Gundabat in like 4 months. And I, too, have not played with a DPS Beorning in basically ever. Or at least at a somewhat high level. I can't really comment on my own experience with that. Also, why do I keep going this inefficient way? Oh well. It's fun to swim in the swamp, I guess. And we can take in the wonderful view of the mountains there. Suppose those would be the Misty Mountains. I think I can get past this without getting dismounted. Hopefully? Okay. And what am I doing? I'm finding... Oh yeah, here's field here. Tolson. The island of the flowers is quiet and still. Well, I wonder if I have to actually go all the way to Kidzul. A couple things are highlighted there, but not sure. Maybe it's defeating shades, because that I have to do. And then I need to search this camp and basically go 3 more? Okay, so hopefully I answered all those questions somewhat decently. And moving on, do I have plans on expanding my YouTube channel? That is a good question. I've tried that a little bit in the past, but the reality is the little time I have to spend on my channel lately, it's hard to think about expanding it too much. But something you might have seen in my last video, which was a long time ago, at least to me it's relatively a long time ago. When was that? Like a week ago? I forget when I uploaded it, actually. The one on Should You Play Lotro? April 5th? Wow, that was way longer ago than I thought. I thought that might be a week old video, but nope. Okay, yeah, don't see any... I don't even know where. I did look at the whole camp, definitely, but did not see him there. But yeah, I've thought about expanding, at least trying to expand to new games a little bit and doing videos like the recent one I did about Lotro and shifting to some things like impressions of different games and such. But the problem is I don't really branch out to other games all that much. And perhaps focusing on what I already do and making it better would be better for my channel. Of course, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's ready for turn-in at Gandalf. Wait, it's... No, it's not. I want Gloom over Gladden? No, I want Shades in the Swamp. I want this one. Okay, so I still need to defeat Shades, and I have to search Lolstrock. Lolstrock is... Oh, Northwest. Okay, let's head Northwest and defeat any Shades we see along the way. I don't think that thing is a Shade, except it actually is. I'm surprised they consider that a Shade. I suppose it makes sense, in particular with the forlorn name. If it were just a regular Glimmer, maybe not, but since it's a forlorn Glimmer. Oh, that's a real shade. That really helps with getting 10 shades, though. I don't think I'll have much problem with that, but that's an extra few. Vlogging, I've tried. Actually did, I don't know. I don't know if people would consider a vlog video, but I tried one with my PC, maybe two, I forget. I think I ended up doing two, but those videos were really not successful. But the problem is also the content I did with those. It's just completely, not completely, but decently unrelated to Lotro. So it's kind of a totally different topic for my channel. I did do at least one cat video. It was a shorts. I have no idea how that video is doing. It did okay. It actually had really high like to view ratio, which is a good thing, maybe. It means that a lot of people liked it, but it also means not many people watched it. Day in a life of a Lotro player. Well, for me, that is probably more so going to be playing Lotro every few days. But yeah, I could do, I don't know, you all get to see what I do, like in my regular Lotro playing. Like, kind of thinking about it, I could make a video about what do I do every day in Lotro. Just if I log in for a day to play Lotro, what do I do? Or how do I decide what I want to do for that day? No signs of him here. Well, the western side. Oh, that is a new location. But yeah, usually when I play Lotro, I think it's a little bit of an interesting thing to think about because I do so many different things in the game and I have like so many different things I either want to do or want to accomplish. So leveling is one. If I want to level a specific character, I just play that character and level them, quest on them for a bit. I also will run instances, so my kin often schedules events a couple times a week, usually Wednesday and Friday, and sometimes Sunday evenings. It would be 8 p.m. server time, and we... the past couple weeks have been a little bit different with that, but yeah, sometimes I will plan my Lotro playing time around that to make sure I can attend those events because they're fun. And it gives me a chance to do group content, and with that whole end game, build your character stuff and all that sort of stuff. Hey, here's somebody. Is this going to be Vagary? However you say his name. There we go. I have to press F10 to target him. The shade begins something or other. Is he wandering? Northwest, okay. Oh, towards Gizzleclaw. What else do I do? Yeah, usually it's leveling a character or endgame activities or group activities. Leveling can also include solo questing if I'm just playing through something. Like, perhaps obviously if something new is coming out, I will tend to want to do the new thing. For example, Minas Morgul stuff on this server, like, that's a big motivator for me to play this character. Wait, was that the River Maiden? I was. Maybe Lake Maiden would be a better name for her since she's of the Gladden. Although the Gladden's also a river, it's not just this little Lake Gladden near here. Either way, we've seen her plenty of times in Kids of Claw now. I don't know how many times we had to fight her. But yeah, as far as actually what I do in Lotro, that is sort of what the day in the life of a Lotro player playing Lotro would be like. Okay, so that quest is done. Shades in the Swamp has me going southwest here. So we're helping Gulthava with Shades in the Swamp, Maiden of Gladden. Okay. So Anniversary. Yeah, the Anniversary, it's a bit exciting. I remember in the producer's letter that they said they'd make more announcements and such. I was kind of expecting more by now. So it's almost a little bit concerning that I don't remember at least hearing anything else about the Anniversary. There has been some stuff found in the beta. I think there are boxes. The beta for update 33, that is. There are some boxes for like 15. Thanks for joining us for our 15th anniversary. That type of stuff. Don't know what's in them. I just know that these boxes were in there. Whoa. That was weird. An anniversary festival, I'm pretty sure, starts on April 20th. I'm hoping there's a boss from the vaults, but I'm not sure. With us not either that not being in the beta yet or not being announced at this point, I'm not sure that there will be. But that's something I thought for like the 15th anniversary. Since boss from the vaults, at least to me, seems successful, I quite like them. I don't like the repetitiveness of them with the weeklies, but I do really enjoy the boss from the vaults. So I was hoping maybe something with that. I also was hoping with Yondershire. This is unrelated to the anniversary specifically, but Yondershire I was hoping would have some instances, but as far as I know, none have been found or announced. Okay, got lots of stuff to do for the Shades in the Swamp. I gotta purify some stuff. Soil of Purity. Sprinkle that on a flower. That sounds a bit odd. Like, I could see growing a flower in Soil of Purity, but sprinkling it on top of an already planted, presumably already planted flower does seem a bit odd. And then I have to defeat a bunch of orcs and goblins. Oh, I already completed the Advanced Slayer deed here. Oh well. Yes, so I am also planning to make an alt for Yondershire. Make an alt, or at least play one of my alts for Yondershire. So you're going to do Yondershire, Wildwood, and Ingle all in one go. That sounds exciting. It's a good way to get all the new zones. There might be a little bit of a gap between Yondershire and the Ingle of Mythaethel, but yeah, it is nice that you can do all three on a new character. Okay, so don't need anything here. That means we can move. I wonder what way I want to do this. Maybe I'll go south first and then come back up, and that will lead towards Holvis. And I can also, just because I go by it, I can stop by for chapter 10.4 of the Black Book of Mordor. Character's earning some decent XP. I don't think I quite finished all my thoughts about earning XP on this character, but if I do only the book quests, essentially I might not get enough XP. Like, I might end up being too low level eventually for new parts of the book quests. So one thing I was thinking is I could use XP boost, but the problem is I need to get a new war steed, and I know I'll need that in the next place as well, so I might actually go ahead and patch up my war steed. Oh, now is the time. I'll have to remember level 120 is definitely the mark to go to the slow war steed. It's quite boring, but that's the way it is. Then we want to refund points, enter medium. Very sad. But if anybody is curious what I'm doing and why I'm doing this, is I am getting sacrificed. That is the perhaps strongest skill on the Warsteed. And I think I want all this yellow stuff is good for speed and the such. I don't know. I definitely want to put a whole bunch of points in agility though, and endurance can be good. Even with sacrifice, having a little bit more ain't bad. And non-loading its strength as well. But yeah, for anybody curious what that does is any damage your Warsteed takes, your character takes instead. So all those little ticks of the dots, since the Warsteed health does not scale like at all, basically, it makes it so you don't just get instantly knocked off by every little tiny touch. I really don't know what I'm putting points in. I'm just clicking stuff at this point. I don't know if I want to go. You will see the sunrise another day. Hey, why not? I have not paid attention to any of this stuff in so long. Oh, that's some power cost stuff. Anything that increases agility, that is what I want. Or is that what it's called? Agility? Yes, it actually is. All this stuff increases damage, which I really don't care much about. Like, that's such a little physical mastery. Critical multiplier, that'd be more exciting. Oh, can just get all that stuff. I guess if you have enough points, you can just go ahead and get everything. Maybe I'll get some armor to round it out there. There we go. I do not have a brawler at level 140. My highest level brawler is like 105. I don't really play it that much. I think that's sacrifice. Yep. So now you see all that damage I'm taking that would have knocked me off before. Now it just goes to my character. And I stay on the Warsteed. That is why it's the best Warsteed skill. But it's a little bit sad just because you have to go into the medium Warsteed, which is slower and I think a little bit less sharp turn radius. Slightly worse maneuverability with it. But hey, it's better than constantly getting knocked off every second. But yeah, with the brawler, it's a bit of an interesting class because it seems like something I should like more than I do. Maybe I should put it that way. At first, it was a really exciting thing. It might be partially because it was a new class, but I really did think its animations were pretty unique for Lotro. So it had that going for it, and at first the combat flow felt pretty decent. I kind of like the idea of some of the things going on, but after a little bit more playtime, and especially after the beta, oh, this is just his own quest. Usually I care about this. But yeah, after that, I felt like the class was one incomplete. I still feel like there are some ideas that aren't fully fleshed out with it. And two, it just wasn't as fun. They did help. One recent change that really helped was that they increased the animation speed of the basic builders, the 3 builders, which I think made the gameplay a bit more fluid there at least. I still am not a big fan of the cooldown, so the cooldowns is a really odd part of the brawler class, in that there are lots of them. It just seems like they disrupt the battle flow a little bit too much for me. And also the metal consumers are odd. I talked about some of the systems not feeling fully fleshed out, and perhaps the biggest is the distinction between like quick attacks. What's the other ones? Quick attacks, heavy attacks, and there's some other form of attacks. There are 3 of them, and how they work in with the innate strength stuff. I never felt like that was a well fleshed out system in the game. Oh, I guess I didn't need to kill that elite. I just wanted to for fun. So that is something that when you dive a little bit deeper into the class, perhaps, That's something, at least for me, that has made it a little bit less appealing than it seems like it otherwise would be. Like, if the whole innate strength stuff just never existed in the first place, I probably would find the class a little bit more interesting than I do find it. And that sounds really weird because just removing something seems like it should, like, take away from the class, but to me, taking away would actually add to the class. While I'm on auto travel here, I have something I need to know. Alright, there we go. And I'm still perfectly going. I didn't even have sacrifice up. That's actually somewhat of a miracle I'm still up, but I guess I didn't go into any auras. Those are the big ones that, like, an aura that one-shots your worsty. That's when it's extra tough. So Stan, you also find the class to be kind of boring. Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's like the new class and just came out recently, and I wish I could like it more. I wish I could promote the class as an exciting class, but it does have some excitement and other people really like the class. It's just, to me, almost like the champion was for a while, where just after playing the champion for a bit, I would get on the board side with it. It's almost like that with the brawler. But again, I am leveling a new brawler, and I am working on him. He might actually be the one I go through Yonder Shire on, because I haven't been able to do anything else on him lately. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep playing the brawler. They keep making updates to the class, and I will see, but I really do think that the innate strength mechanic, that is one that just happens to bother me. I don't know if other people find it that way, but yeah. I also have no interest in tanking on the brawler based on playing the blue line a little bit. It does not feel good to me. Other people might like it and like the feel of it, but it's something that just totally doesn't mesh with my likings, I guess. We're going way roundabout here. Actually, I might take a swift travel. We'll take a muster up to hold this, I think. Except I can't do that in combat. I gotta switch here again. There we go. Made it to my skill bar. Excited for the Lore Master changes, though, coming in Update 33. A Murder of Crows. That skill alone, it's a really strong skill. I honestly don't know if that's the best way to make Blue Line viable, if they're trying to make the Blue Line Lore Master, like, viable damage. I don't know if that's the best way in just adding an insane amount of damage to a single ability, but it's still an exciting ability. There are a lot of reasons I'm actually not as much of a fan of... I was going to say Blue Line Lore Master, but Lore Master's role in group content, there are a few things that make me not as much of a fan of it, but I really enjoy just straight up DPSing on the Lore Master. That's something I would hope, maybe even a long-term thing, that Standing Stone Games could actually make viable. Like, make it so you, one, don't need a Yellow Line Lore Master, two, having a DPS lore master wouldn't bring your group down that much. That would be my dream with the lore master, but we'll see. Yeah, blue line is tank for everything except the captain, where yellow line is tank. That is a bit odd. I'm running in my mind through the tanks. Well, yellow line guardian is technically tank. It's not as heavy as a tank, and people usually don't use it outside of specific scenarios. But yeah. And that still doesn't mean that blue line still is tank for them. But yeah, I wonder yellow line as heal for captain, if that would make more sense. It doesn't really matter overall, I suppose. There we go. Try to target the orcs instead of myself. Probably just spam resolution at this point. So one interesting thing is if I actually do what my plan would be to start Wells of Inkblood under-leveled. I remember Thundergrot being quite dangerous. It'd be interesting getting back to doing stuff that could kill me. Like, this can kill me if I completely misplay some things here. I could definitely die from this, but now I got most of these guys dead, it's mostly settled. But yeah. That'll be interesting. It'll be a change of pace. It's something I have grown to. I don't know, I'm just too used to Lotro being easy. When I play other games, I don't necessarily expect them to be this easy, but I feel like I have a grown expectation for landscape content to just be easy in Lotro, and having it not be easy, or me actually being squishy in a case, it's just almost a foreign concept to me. Okay, this guy's having issues. I was going to try to let him, like, behave, but... Oh, there we go. But yeah. Having Redline Bay Warning be updated, honestly revamps for classes. I feel like I know I made a video on this, and I know you made similar comments in that video to my thoughts there, Hunsu, but... I think some specs could use revamps, and one of them is actually the Blue Line Lore Master, which is getting updated with the Murder of Crows, and some of the other changes to Lore Master in general, of course, affect the Blue Line. But I would like to see some broader revamp to non-Murder of Crow aspects of the Blue Line Lore Master. I would... What other classes really bother me? Yeah, Redline Bay Warning, that'd probably be top of the list. The most annoying classes or class/spec, it's really weird to think about, but the class is just, and that spec particularly, is just annoying because it can be so much better. And it's almost fun, and I really want to enjoy the class, but it's just got some stuff that prevents it from actually being very fun. Wolfden. Wait, do I not have Wolfden? Or is that's probably called, like, Megbar. Yeah. Should also probably look at my inventory. River Hobbits will ever come out. That's a good question. Probably. I've heard some people thinking there'll be a surprise for update 33 for Yondershire, but I'm not too sure on that. If that were the case, I would have expected it to have been announced by now, or at least talked about, or even hinted at, but I have not at least seen anything that suggests that's even, like, remotely a possibility. I better lock that so I don't accidentally sell it at some point. I don't need no Fate Essence. In fact, I probably have a bunch of traceries I can just straight up disenchant here. I think I've defeated enough orcs and goblins, right? Yeah. I only killed about 20 orcs, maybe even more in that one camp. Now there is a goblin slayer deed. Wait, I've only defeated one goblin? Wow. I think I'm up to 2 goblins now. Yep. I never did the Goblin Town stuff, I guess. Or at least Goblin Town adjacent stuff here. Maybe I should use a Slayer Deed booster. And work on some Slayer Deeds. Let's see, how long does the 20% virtue go? Does it go till 3 a.m. Monday or 3 a.m. Tuesday? Because I was thinking the next day I could play would probably be Monday. Oh, actually, no, I probably can't Monday. But taking advantage of the Virtue XP boost would be nice. Did I get... Oh, Ironfold Scorn. Okay. Alright, quests. I have Return to Kidzil Kala for Shades in the Swamp. The other one, Lair Lad, which would be there, I think. Blomguard? It would be 10.4, yeah. But yeah, there's a nice little carved out path here, I believe, that leads straight to the Gladden Fields, then head there, eventually go up the ramp, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, as far as the next race in general goes, it makes sense that they would have a variant on the Hobbits, because that is the one that does not have its own variant. And similarly with premium housing, we've had 2 Race of Man, 2 Human premium neighborhoods. We've had 1 Dwarf, and unless I'm forgetting any, that's it. So we could also probably expect the next premium housing to be either Hobbit or Elf. I personally would expect it to be Hobbits, because that's where I would expect the biggest market to be, to have people buy more Hobbit houses, perhaps in Yondershire. Or when, like, River Hobbits come out, maybe work on a housing neighborhood to go with those. Assuming River Hobbits do come out. I mean, River Hobbits have been talked about quite a bit. And I think an early estimate was given for 2022 for the potential to see them. If I remember correctly, that was the earliest date given as a possibility. Don't River Hobbits come from the Wells of Langflood? I didn't quite get to playing through that part on Luiden. Okay, did I totally mess up? Nope, I'm on the right track, I think. And we're headed back to Goltava. All these enhancement runes, I'll have to make sure... I don't know, I need to replace all my LI stuff at 121, and I probably will. I have... When I get level 121, not only do I have all this stuff that I'll eventually claim, because the next season will be after... Next season will start before our next level cap increase, I mean. So I'll have all that stuff for 121 to 140. So for the 130 cap. And I will have... Oh yeah, I have another LI to appraise on this character, and even other... Like if I potentially Valor other characters, all that stuff. Now that we actually have the good Valors on the server, it's something that's tempting. It's really unfortunate how valuable the Valors are. I would actually consider Valoring this character to 130. Even when I'm level 129, just because of all the beneficial stuff it comes with. In fact, I think you could get most of the stuff at 130. Ooh. Oh, you can actually do that in combat. Neat.
I will bring you to my friend. Do not disturb
We're in.
my soul.
We're in Kidzalclaw, but not a spot of the instance Kidzalclaw. Yes, they did update the in-game shop. I did not know the website still offers the old expansions for sale. I wonder if they will update that. It seems like they should. I thought the new Lotro market update they had was pretty neat, but it didn't really... They didn't really end up doing much with it, it seemed like. But maybe with this update, they'll fix that up a little bit. Because, yeah, they still have the expansion trove. Wait, do they not have a specials offer page anymore? Oh, they do. Okay. Yeah, they still have the Lotro starter bundle as the only special offer. Oh, I need to go through this? Actually, I've done this before. I did this all on Luiden, but I don't remember running up a stream like this. That's pretty neat. Climb one of the paths. Never go left. And then if you go, they have a Become a VIP page. Oh yeah, I remember landing on this page when they did the full website update. But yeah, that's a pretty neat page. I forget, is this Isildur? I know I mentioned his name earlier, but I forget exactly when he comes in and we do the whole thing with going back in time. Fortunately, I did not even hear that scream. It looks like the waterfall, yeah, it just has rocks behind it. That's kind of neat looking over here, though. Oh, I have to hurry back and find Gultava. Clearly not doing a good job with the whole hurrying part. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Is Elrond? Glorfindel? Gandalf? Or is he is back to Gandalf here. Well, while they do that, I will sort my inventory. I think I can get rid of all my Light of Arendelle gear, but I want to disenchant it for motes of enchantment. I think I have a decent amount of those, but I'm not quite at the cap, so I can disenchant. Maybe some of my, that's a high value one, but some of my lower value stuff I can prioritize disenchanting that. 240, 500. Anything that's low value. Okay, let's lock all this stuff again. Like, it's good that I have high motes of enchantment. Wait, lead them to Gulthava. Wait, what? Am I going the wrong way? Did I break something? Oh, lead them to Gulthava's friend. There we go. Oh yeah, so disenchanting. Because I want to try to disenchant as many things as possible. There we go. And I believe I have this cosmetic saved. If not, I'm actually going to see if I have room in my wardrobe for it. I do. But I have it in a few of my outfits here. I think anything that I have had red at some point. In fact, if I just don't have anything in the outfits, I'll go ahead and slot that there so I can have more options for red shields. Now it can disenchant. And I'm at 9710. So I think I can do one more at 120 and that'll keep me just below the cap. That's quite a few inventory slots saved there. And then I got some enhancement runes that are specifically 116. Yeah, just use them on this character, I suppose. I could start saving those for an alt, but I don't know what alt I would want to save them for. So they're either I could vendor them for 77 silver or get like a tiny bit of use out of them. I don't even know incoming healing. That's such a bad stat to upgrade, but I don't know. I think it's better to make use of those than no use out of them at all. Trying to pay a little bit of attention to what's going on here. There's a cat. There's some cat purrs. Yep, it is this little door. And now it remembers. Strange Fruit, thank you very much for the €5 tip. I think that's euro. That just brings into question for me what the euro versus pound sign is. Oh, that actually is pounds. Oops. But anyway, thank you very much for the £5, it sounds like, tips. I do appreciate it, and if you're curious what that goes to, besides just generally supporting the content, is usually hardware-related upgrades, or at least upgrades to improve my content. So you're new to the game, glad my videos have been helpful. And hopefully any future videos you'll also enjoy and find helpful. All right. We're going to, I believe we're going into the middle of the swamp here. Yep, right here. Wait, this is us. Okay, I was wondering where all those flowers were. And now we go back to Beorning Huss here. Or Hoos. I think it's Beorning Hoos. Yeah. If I remember correctly what that accent work. She loves stream time. Water balls in the way of the clock.
And our hardships made us stronger.
So yeah, I'm just curious how my experience will be. We'll eventually get to all of it, but it's kind of exciting to not do zone quests, even though I repeat this a lot, but that's typically what I enjoy, and I'll eventually get to doing zone quests, but again, my intentions for all of the Minas Morgul expansion content is to do the book quest to start, and any side quests that I run into that are in the way of the book quest, as you could say, or just coincidentally located and easy to do along with it, I'll do all that. But I Guess I'll get the medium armor, even though I have no use of it at this point. Hey, I got virtue up, which reminds me, it is the virtue XP boost, so that's pretty perfect. Yeah, so we're on 11.1. Exciting. And what is this whole wizard's fire? Oh, depths of Kidzil Claw. Yeah, I'll eventually run that again, maybe, potentially. Perhaps not, actually. Probably not anytime soon. We just ran that a whole bunch for this expansion. Or this, level cap upgrade on this server. Yeah, we are ready to... Oh, talk to Elrond first. I thought there was, honestly... I thought there was more before you got to the Black Book of Mordor again. Or got finished with the interlude.
I expected these words.
Window on the pass. Oh, depths of Kidzil Claw. Now, Glorfindel.
Morgul, dear. The name is familiar, but not for any particular deed.
And now we're ready to head to the swamp again. While I'm traveling there, I need to use the restroom real quick.
The mountains belong to us.
Vegbar or Holvis? You know, I'm probably going to try, not Vegbar, that is Blomgard, I believe. Yeah, Blomgard. Alright, I will be right back. I'm back. And apparently the folk of Blomgard barely noticed me. It's been a long while since I've been here because I don't even remember this area looking like this. Oh, I went too far away to do my look. Yeah. That's a bit odd. Is it... Let's see, it was nighttime. Oh, it's 4 dawn, okay. So it's about to be morning time. I really don't know how I get anything done with this cat. The air must be really dry because she is all static. It always turns into a cat stream at some point. Uh-oh, I'm in combat. And? Oh. Oh no, we're still not ready to go there. Maybe this is what I have to do. That I thought I had to do. Like all the extra stuff. Eventually, I promise we will make it to Minas Morgul content today. Or I guess technically Chapter 11 is Minas Morgul content, but Minas Morgul content and Mordor Besieged, we will eventually get to that. I don't know how many book quests there are in Mordor Besieged, though. Speaking of, I should probably use all this stuff. I have plenty of Destiny points, so I don't mind doing that, but I can use all the XP I can get if I want to fluidly go with only doing book quests and limited side quests to make sure I can do more Wells of Lingflood content, which I'd have to be at least level 125 for the start of Wells of Lingflood, since it's all 130 and you can do stuff 5 levels below. It'd be tough to do it at 125. Yeah, I don't even know why I tried to get on my worst deed there. It'd be tough to do it, but that would be the minimum. I have just some general things that can help me get XP or Slayer deeds. I probably won't mind doing those too much because they don't take too much time, really. Not that side quests even take too much time, but typically side quests involve clicking things and running back and forth, whereas Slayer deeds, in my experience, can go fairly quickly, especially if you're using boosts, which I have lots of boosts to use. One problem with doing Slayer deeds is if I do want to end up going back and eventually doing the quest deed for some reason, which I don't think I will. That's why my plans have been to not do the quest, but if I did want to do that for some reason, that would almost mean that the kills I get for the specifically to finish the Slayer deed would almost be wasted because I'd end up killing mobs more than the Slayer deed needs anyway, but yeah, that's something I could do for XP is the Slayer deeds, basically, in short. Also missions, being on Anor is really nice because the end game grind is significantly lower because you use motes of enchantment instead of embers of enchantment, and you have all the content unlocked once you go to a new level cap. So we have all the Elder Slate, as Enables are, all of that stuff. I guess I should confirm, make sure they actually added everything, because I know there were issues with the 120 stuff, they didn't even add everything. So just perusing through this, where would all this stuff even be? There's epic battles, there's instance. Oh, would it not show until I unlock it, maybe? Maybe that would be the case, but Askad Mazal, that is one that we still have to, I think there's some new 130 stuff to unlock that.
This is very interesting.
Oh.
There was one such as you who befriended my sons and fought alongside the Great Alliance.
And here we are. We finally did make it. Mordor Besieged.
You there! Listen to me, for this is urgent.
Ah, so yes, we need to prepare our defenses. Yeah, Mordor Besieged, it's a nice place. I was a pretty big fan of the zone when I originally went through it on Louisden. I thought it was significantly better than Mordor. I think a decent name for the zone also would have been Mordor Improved. That said, my second, really third proper time through Mordor, third attempt at going through Mordor properly, I enjoyed it a lot more the third time. I cannot read that chat. I also can't read the name.
They sought to discourage him, but he would not be daunted. And so, though it pained them, Elrond and Círdan both came forward.
Suppose it's time to Yeah, I don't need to cancel that. I can just untrack it. Although, it might get confusing since I'll have so many others of those. Here we go. I thought I saw him up here. It was almost blending in with the environment.
A task for you, soldier.
So I think Minas Morgul, I should say Imlad Morgul, starts at 122, 123, somewhere around there. So if I could even be 121 by the time I start that, that would be, I think, very nice. And even with the instances, could run some of the Minas Morgul ones at a lower than cap level. I think you can get some stuff from that. I don't know if it would include motes of enchantment. Oh, I still need wooden stones, okay. Also probably want to make my milestone here. I have a new home and it is Mordor Besieged. Living in the Second Age. Eventually I will find everything I need for this. It just takes a moment. There we go. And then I believe the rest will be southwest again. Dingarth used to be a nice area. Like in the current live Mordor. Mordor Third Age. Mordor Original. This is not at all like this. It's almost a little bit ruins like in this version even, but it's hardly even here in the Third Age version. And if I remember correctly, it's mostly just a camp even. Don't think there'd be any stones on the outside. Still need 2 more stones, wow. Yeah, they're probably just on the inside and just missing them. Could also play with bloating names on just in case they're, like if delete is picking up something else like the blazon or milestone. Yeah, like right there I was that close and delete was targeting the milestone. And there's one more. When you come and find these things and they're just this easy to get to, really makes you, or at least it makes me feel blind for a moment. Oh, actually I have to do repairs. While awaiting repair. I hope we do a great job with our repairs. It really would suck if this place was to get destroyed in the future. Traveled to Morgul Vale. For anybody unfamiliar, if I say Morgul Vale or Imlad Morgul, they are actually the same zone. And sometimes I'll just call it Minas Morgul because that is the main zone of Minas Morgul, at least. Even when you go there, right click, there we go. It says Minas Morgul. Of course, Minas Morgul is the name of the city, like Minas Tirith. So a lot of people, including myself, just refer to the whole thing as Minas Morgul. Alright, one more repair, and that is going to be the opposite way up here. I think it's this little wall. Now, why this wall needs to exist and why it needs repairs, I actually have no idea. Like, if these guys made useful walls in useful locations and didn't have just random walls there, then maybe they would have a little bit more success in the future. Like, I really don't get the point of this wall. And if you're, say this was a wall where you have like an archer hiding behind it and shooting like as a defense location, well, it could point this way towards your camp, Or I could put this way towards your camp, and either way you're exposed to like the entrance. I don't know. I don't know what the repairs there. Seems like it could be more useful, like, I don't know, defeating orcs. Anyway, we have to defeat some orcs. Speaking of defeat orcs, I did not even realize that, but that is perfect. And here is the, I would actually call it a pretty zone. It's a little bit dead, ugly area. Not the most strongly vegetated, not the most like water full, lush. What word am I even looking for? Anyway, it's not the most of any of that stuff, but I find it to be pretty, especially in comparison to regular Mordor, where it's just all dark and ugly and red and black and brown. I also got these Sulak. They're pretty neat animals. I think they're a hippopotamus, like. Hey, there's an orc. No, there are a bunch of orcs down here. I suppose I could have killed 6 orcs by now. Oh, I probably... Okay. This one might be worth doing. I have a pole. It only took an hour and a half. There we go. But the poll is on if I should do all the exploration deeds in these zones. And as far as this zone goes, I just need to defeat enemies, so I will defeat tons of enemies, and I'll also, the plan is to do the Slayer deed. If I remember correctly, this one has a base, an advanced, and a final. I'm not sure. Guess we'll eventually find out. But yeah, the thing with the exploration deeds is that would normally be really easy to get if you do all the zone quests, but with my intention to focus on the book quests and not so much the zone quests, which again is really weird to me, but it's something I'm trialing that. I suppose I'm going to try that, see how it goes. But those would all take you to like all the areas you need to explore, but I will have to make sure I actually explore everything, and I know there are some chests that I will want to get. And I think they also just have generally useful stuff. Maybe some crafting shards, maybe. Looks like people are voting yes. Oh, cat. I'll check the poll numbers. Yeah, 100% for yes so far. I figured that would be something that's like fairly easy to do, and it's something I'd want to do anyway. Well, I can barely move my mouse with this cat now. Hello, Brute. You're new to Lotro and you enjoy my content. I'm glad you enjoyed my content. Hopefully you also are enjoying Lotro. Here, the difference between item level 400 and the item level 380 is crazy. Wow. The jump in physical mastery and critical rating, that's what really stands out. But, yeah, nice solid piece of DPS gear. I'd almost say that critical rating alone is worth replacing my old one, even if I'm completely capped on mastery, which I might not be. I think I'm a little bit undercapped, so when I get all the buffs and the such, I am capped. But now I'm actually still not even capped, unbuffed. But it really helps with the crit rating, just to show that's 0.7% crit chance. Which to me is a lot from a single piece of gear, especially when you're getting up above 25%, but more specifically up above 20% without any extra percent boost like I have. Okay, so we have to talk to Isildur's sons, one of his sons. I guess this is the only one I can actually talk to.
Yes? Ah, thank you for the welcome.
So we have to complete the instance here, something or other.
For one meal. They
The
seem
sons
to
of
last
Isildur.
much longer than anyone expected or hoped.
The big update has not come out yet, Stargazer. That is expected to come out perhaps next week. There's still no official date announced, but it seems very likely that April 20th will be the day for that, because that's when the anniversary starts, and that's when it was said that all this stuff would kick off the anniversary. That is 120. It is low item level. Okay, don't want that. Such a full inventory. Just a bar and a half of XP, and we can clean out a lot of my LI stuff. Hold up. I can't just sit by the fire. I gotta sit somewhere interesting. Let's hit that keyboard. There we go. This is approximately my character's view. Don't have much peripheral vision in first person. I don't think you can, yeah, you can't change the field of view. At least that I'm aware of, yeah. That would definitely be news to me if you could change that in Lotro. While we discuss this war progress, I really should clean out my inventory some. Yeah, all these heritage runes, maybe it is time to actually pick a character to send them to. I know my hunter recently started the LI stuff, so maybe I'll just send all my low-level heritage runes to Louis. And he'll have those. I can also probably stack a few of these. That one's 335. I thought I tried all the possibilities already. Apparently not. But Louis can take all the level 45 ones, which should all be here. And then I have a couple 85. I believe my Guardian is 82-ish. I could send those to my Runekeeper just to get them used up, but I think with those it's not enough that I'm really too worried about, and I think my Guardian can just take care of it when I'll actually work to get my Guardian to 85 maybe. Guardian's really fun, so it'd be nice to have motivation to play it. Oh, one of them ran off. Oh, his wine jug is empty. I don't know how I was like sitting so far away that way. All of these enhancement rune boxes, and I think I have even more. I will open them all at 21, except the ones that are specifically 116. I did not realize I had that many for specifically 116. All the sealed stuff and that such I'll just save. Now that is coffer of, yeah, going to save all this stuff for 130. This, I could consider actually going ahead and getting Ithelharn shards. I know that the Minas Ithil crafted stuff for things that actually make useful stuff, the armor stuff, Will that be Tailor and Metalsmith? Those two are very useful with being able to make gold chest piece and maybe helmets. I forget, there's something else I thought that was eventually added. But I'll definitely want to make sure I gather. Not just for the battle hymns for the Warden, but yeah, that's something I'd like to keep up a little bit better with this expansion. And on my tailor, he's the one that I'm really interested in at least trying to craft a piece of gear just to actually do it. Long conversation here. If I remember correctly, from the little bit I paid attention to right now, they haven't really talked about much. And that's the thing, I talk about this a lot, but it's just hard for me to pay attention to something like this where it's not like more cinematic. Like, this is a pretty long conversation between the characters in the game, but it's not told in a cinematic way. And it's also not, like, skippable. Yeah, I'm guessing with 23 people here. It shows on my end 27, now 28. Hey. And, looking at that, somebody just liked, so thank you. But, yeah, I'm guessing the particular content that I'm going through is just not as exciting as some other things. I also haven't been consistent in my streams, but actually sometimes that's a good thing for views. Oddly enough, if I'm not streaming frequently, usually my individual streams will have more views, but yeah, I definitely have not been too consistent with it lately. I actually don't know for like Lotro streamers that do it, especially on Twitch. I actually have no idea what sort of views people tend to pull in with it. For me, it can vary a lot, I suppose, depending partially on how much YouTube wants to promote it, and then also how much interest people have on whatever specific thing I'm streaming, or even what time I'm streaming. This is also slightly earlier than I might usually stream, which usually my streams start about 20 minutes from now, and I'll be having to go about an hour from now. Still a lot I can do in another hour. But yeah, just quickly back on the topic of on quests like that, where it's a story being told and the such, it's just hard for me to immerse myself. I know I talk about Lotro positively in the how immersive it is, but quests like that are the complete opposite of immersive for me. Hello from the Netherlands. Definitely not almost 7 p.m. where you are. But yeah, glad you enjoy the content. Glad you gave a thumbs up, and everybody that has recently liked. I see that's gone up a bit. It really does. If people don't know why YouTubers tend to ask for likes so much, is because it really does help with YouTube pushing content. From what I have gathered, of course, I don't really know the YouTube algorithm or whatever, but from what I have gathered, the amount of views a video gets in the first, like, whatever, I don't know, first little bit, first few hours, is really important to a video's medium-term success, at least. And also the amount of likes it gets in that time frame, and maybe comments as well. And also the watch time. I mean, those are just general factors, but from my experience with videos, if they don't do well in the first whatever little bit there, then yeah, that's not like a good sign for the medium-term success or even long-term success for a video. There was one other point I thought I had with that, but I don't remember anymore. What I do want to do is look at their like black chests, I forget what they're called, rare chests, Mordor and Besieged. Rare chests of Mordor Besieged. I did not know that was actually the name of them. Such a basic name, but hey, it works. Okay, so the Lotro wiki has a map. Wonderful. They have a map with all of these, and I knew there was one in this camp. Oh, Amon Fuin. I completely forgot about that place. That is one of my favorite places in the game. I don't know, just something about it looks so great. Like visually, it's one of the more interesting built structures in the game, I think. So anyway, this one is actually, I believe it's like right back, maybe around this breaker. Oh yeah, it's probably right next to this dude. In fact, I need to kill him for the zone quest. This is an example of a great zone quest that's super easy for me to do because I want to kill the enemies anyway, and I want to go here for the rare chest anyway, so this is the type of zone quest I intend to do while we get through the book quest and get to the Wells of Langflood. Although with how much I enjoy this area, I wouldn't mind maybe on an alt. I think that could be a good thing for an alt. If I have time to play an alt on Anor, I would, I think, like to take one through, go through these quests a little bit more properly. Where are the raiders? Those guys count as raiders? Wait, where are the raiders? So I have to defeat orcs and wargs, that's okay. But where are the raiders? Defeat Mokshapat raiders. Are there actual raiders somewhere? Oh, they're up northeast, okay. Maybe, yeah, they're specific orcs here. And I got that rare chest. Okay, so I got rare Mordor treasure. Can't open that till 121, but I'm excited. And one more here. I think that's number 4, though. That guy can be number 5. Yeah, a couple new deeds there. Next up, for the book quest, I need to defeat 4 wargs. Oh yeah, you can actually use your mounted combat skills here. Not that I so much want to do that to actually defeat the things, but to pull wargs, I don't think it's a problem. And all these little rocks, I keep thinking they're wargs, but they're just little rocks. I wonder if it's worth just killing beasts while trying to find the wargs, because 1, Slayer deed, that's always a reason to just kill something in Lotro, but 2, they do drop hides, and if I'm wanting to do some serious tailor crafting on my tailor, on my runekeeper, then the more hides I have, the better. Usually don't have any issue with getting hides though, that's why I'm not too worried about it, but it's just like a consideration. I think that's plenty of bleeds for the warg, and I see something. Nope, that's another rock, but this one is a warg. Is that really a rock? That looks like a warg. It is a warg, okay. I just couldn't click it with all the, presumably all the grass and these dead bushes blocking away. Yeah, I think I am done and ready to head to Adambel. And I think I took the wrong path. I'd have been able to get up there. Yeah, I think there is eventually a path up there, but it looks like, based on the road at least, intended way for you to head up is over here. And I see I'm getting more heritage rings, probably some more level 45 ones. Yeah, I'll just have to send those to my hunter as well. But we're close to 121. That's probably my goal. Like, if I get to a settled point with a quest, which I really don't know when a settled point won't be, since I'm just going through the book quests, but when I get to a settled point with those and I'm level 121 and I've gone through all the reward track stuff that I can, that will probably be my wrap-up point for the day as a heads up. Anorion. It's like almost Arnorian. It's almost Anor. But Anorion is the name of his brother. Okay, find a crate of whetstones. I remember some of these quests, like I remember getting this crate of whetstones for some reason, but it's kind of interesting because I've done these once before. Oh, it looks like Askad Mazal is unlocked on the server. People are trying to run that. It says if I hover over it, still says the server must have completed or released the Shadow King. I guess that has been done now with this update. Curious why they're running at 125 though. Maybe they are level 125. Yeah. That's pretty neat. At least I think it's nice to see people try to run stuff like that on level while leveling. Oh yes, I do remember delivering all the whetstones as well. But on the note of having run through this stuff once somewhat recently, about a year and a half, a little bit over a year and a half ago. I don't know if I'll be much on autopilot like I might be for some lower level stuff that I have also run more frequently. But maybe I'll be quicker the second time through. Maybe not. I don't know. Looks like, based on the map, yes. This way still. And then it looks like... Oh, it's so weird ignoring zone quests, but it's interesting. I know that's the way in some other games where it's like doing side quests is not much of a thing in the game, but or not really necessary. But for me in Lotro, it's just usually I tend to focus more on the side quests. Well, it's one reason I think this will be a good experiment. I just bring it up because I feel so weird with seeing all the rings over the NPCs' heads and just like ignoring them. I don't know, it sounds like some people, like this is even a thing they do in Lotro, some people don't do many zone quests, it sounds like. I don't know how many people, but I have heard of some people from some people that do that. Or like while leveling low level characters, not really do many side quests or only do some of them. Oh, eventually the war seed will move up. Too many requests to move forward. That's weird. Oh. Alright, huh? I have been warned. Alright then.
Muscles ache already.
Ouch. I think ouch seems reasonable based on how that went. This is a neat camp. If I remember correctly, there's nothing around this area in modern day Mordor. At least there could be some ruins here, but I really don't remember. I actually don't even know if I'm on Fuin still in this. That's Lugash, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure in this area it'd be... Oh, even the whole mountain path actually looks slightly different. Would it be around here, maybe? Somewhere hereabouts? And then they have Lugash, they have all that stuff up there. Barad-dûr, Mordrath. I think Barad-dûr is the main thing. Amonfu in there. Anyway, we got to talk to Vimisil? Viamisil? I have no idea. Without the accent mark, I would probably think it's something like Vimachil, but I don't know if things are pronounced that way at all in this. Could be just Vimasil, would be another possibility. But the accent mark makes me suspect it could be something different, like Vayamisil. Vayamakil. Eventually I will get on the right path to go there. Need to go north.
It was only a bit of fun, my friend.
Magoldir. Who is Magoldir? This guy?
I will take a whetstone.
Oh, more yellow gear to replace my old. This will be another purple piece. And I actually don't know. This one, you know, losing 5,000 physical mastery is not that much. And I think in long term, this new one will be better. So I'll go ahead and equip it. Finally, location. Okay, got quite a few stuff to do with this one. Got quite... That sentence sounds so weird. Quite a few stuff to do. Quite a few things to do. But yeah, we have to defeat foes. I'm thinking this one will get me to 121. I'm excited to go through all the reward track and all the LI stuff. Do my appraisal. It might even sound like I'm more excited to do that than anything else, but it is a bit exciting because, I mean, I haven't done anything with the reward track, haven't done anything with it on Arkenstone, haven't done anything with it on Anor. So it is a bit exciting, but hopefully that's not taking away from the excitement of just going through this content in general. Mordor Besieged being back here. Even not doing the zone quests, I still think it's a nice zone. I'm really glad the first impression from this expansion with Mordor Besieged, I thought it was a really good one at least. Okay, so now we are just defeating foes. I think Deep Claws are okay to defeat. I don't know why not. As far as chests go, there is going to be a chest to the northwest of here. So maybe I can defeat 10 foes on my way there. I'll easily defeat 10 foes once I get there even, I think. Somewhere in this camp. And I don't remember if the book quest will specifically take me there, but I don't think it hurts if I have to go back there. Oh, there's somebody Well, it's an NPC. It's like somebody's doing some exciting AoE over there, but doesn't seem to be the case. Ult them with a range resounding challenge though, and that should take care of them actually. And we'll get a couple quests here. Defeat enemies. That sounds like an easy one. Basically doing the lazy quest route. Doing all the book quests and any quests I go along the way where I don't have to click things and I just defeat enemies. I'll do those. Okay, as far as the location of the rare chest that's here, it is going to be up northeast of me, I believe. It looks like it is in the middle of this camp, like right at the top, kind of where you'd expect a rare chest to be. Right there. Okay, I'm guessing I defeated 10 foes. And then for the landscape quest here, I need to defeat goblins, orcs, and trolls. Wow. So I actually have quite a bit of defeating to do here. Oh yeah, I forgot about the poll, but it does look like the majority, I'd even say at that point, vast majority, are wanting to see the exploration needs get done, which I am in agreement with, so that is good. Oh no, I'm rooted? Should probably put Never Surrender up as a safety net here. Hopefully won't need it, but you never know. Okay, I need a couple more goblins, and that will be no more. So I need a troll or a Gorthorog. I would expect to find a troll, but maybe there are Gorthorog here. Or the plural, Gorthorog. Yep, there's Never Surrender triggering. That done. Oh, and we're level 121. For some reason, I was not expecting to actually level up from that, but here we go. And then I need to go to Ekad and Edhill, which is west of here. So yeah, unfortunately, I will have to be wrapping up the stream relatively early today, but I will go through the reward track stuff, all the LI stuff. Might as well do some vendoring on my way to Ekad and Edhill. And yeah, there's a lot of organization stuff I have to do on this character. I don't know that I will get to all of it today, but yeah, there's a lot I could do. Like, I have a crafting carry-all on this character, actually. I have both a large and a small. It looks like they're both full. So I could do some cleaning out of those, get rid of some old low-level stuff or whatever that I don't need and should expect to not pick up anymore. Although it seems like for some reason Anorian stuff just plagues the game. And I mean plagues as in you just get Anorian stuff in areas you shouldn't, and especially higher level areas. And I remember getting, what was it, a lot of just Anorian scrolls, the scholar material, in Minas Morgul content on Luiden for some reason, so that's maybe something I could expect to get. But otherwise, all the low-level stuff I really should be able to get rid of and clear out the carry-alls with those. I think he was 130. Again, with the 130 Valor, it's very easy to be 130 by now, and even without that, it'd be relatively easy to be 130 by now.
This way, my friend.
If you're looking to level up fast. Yeah, we can do Tales of the Bright Company. Why not?
Have accomplished many heroic feats in service of High King Gilgalad.
Glorfindel.
Not overawed.
this the same Glorfindel that's like
approachable.
modern day Glorfindel? That was more of a rhetorical question, sarcastic question. It's just crazy to think an elf can be here that long ago, but actually don't know. As Glorfindel, would he be a high elf? But I also don't know if high elves like live somehow longer than regular elves. Oh, we're back to the Vales. Uh-oh. Old man is interrupting the tale. Ah, Glorfindel. Glorfindel, actually, I don't know if I paid attention to this, but I'm guessing for other classes it says he would ask, like, Gandalf would ask Glorfindel, do you remember meeting this brawler of whom the shade speaks? But it's funny how Glorfindel can remember that when clearly my character wasn't actually there. But hey, apparently my Warden was there. Legendary item stuff. Oh, I can reforge them at 121. So we'll see. I think this will bring it up to 415 maybe? Let's see. I want to see what both of these look like before and after, just because, yeah. I guess you all can't see them. Yep, 415. And how much of an upgrade is that? That is about 20% upgrade. 25%, I mean. Right. Yeah, 25%. No, 20%. Oops. Eventually I'll get it right. 20. Let me see if that's about right with the javelin. Yeah, about 20. Maybe somewhere between 20 and 25 between the two, but anyway, it's not too important. But yeah, just clicking Reforge, I don't know how much gold it actually costs, but just doing that when you get every 5th level on the 1s and 5s, pretty big upgrades for your allies.
We must not let Sauron's inaction
Bring the scouting report to Isildur or Anorion. They are nowhere to be found, actually. Oh, at Adambel. There they are. Okay, they're over there. So I'm thinking before I head that way, I will do the LI stuff. And hello, Nicole. So first of all, a rare Mordor treasure, I forget what that gives. That unfortunately does not give an Ithilharn shard. That's what I was hoping it would give, but did not give any of those. That's okay though. And enhancement runes. This should now give me 121 enhancement runes, which it did. So that's exciting. Don't want to open any of that coffer stuff. No reason I'd want Matham Hunter's armor, yeah. And then I have a bunch of purple ones to get here. And I got a tracery, a tier 13 tracery. Well, that's a lot of physical mastery. I think that's a actually pretty significant physical mastery upgrade. I don't know if I have any spear, shield, gambit damage. I do, but the question is, would I somehow come up with a teal one before I slot that and just destroy it, essentially? I do want to see if I come up with a teal one. I also want to, I'll have to log into a couple other characters, I think, to do all this stuff, but I'll go ahead and end that poll, so it's not too relevant anymore, but it does seem like I'll be doing the exploration stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look through here. Oh, I have some level 121 essences. If I get any essence armor that can use those. There's a reason I saved those up, I suppose. No idea where I got them from anymore, but I do have those. Don't see any LI stuff in my vault, so that is good. Only reason I would consider it not good is it would have been neat. It would have been exciting to have stuff in there that I didn't know about. Okay, I might go to the Archive of Traceries eventually, but I think for what this character can do, I am all set. Let me see, Heritage. Yeah, Heritage Rune I will send to Louis Lost, and it is time to do some alt management. Hopefully it's exciting. To me, it's exciting. So Louis Lost, he is the hunter that will eventually have all my heritage runes. But if I'm going to do this properly, which I want to do, and something I might recommend, it's a little bit late to be making recommendations for this, but for anybody that might be in a similar situation, or ends up in a similar situation, I would recommend logging in all your high level characters and sending heritage runes to the most level appropriate character to have the character that is closest to the minimum level on the heritage rune open them. So for example, the level 45 heritage runes, if y'all can't tell, Lotro is doing its whole crashing thing. I think, yeah. So what was I going on about? Yeah, so doing a character closest to the minimum level of the heritage rune would be best, because that'll give you the most progress on the reward track from that item XP. So for example, my hunter is like low 50s, but he's the closest I have to that 45 level mark, and the closest that actually has the allies and can use those. So I'm going to funnel all the low level ones to him. But I also know that my Guardian's very close to 85 actually, and my Runekeeper is close to 100. So those are a couple other level marks. I'll probably log in from high to low level. I think that would, or actually, this is the way I would do it, is I would log into characters that I won't be using the stuff on, so I can just disperse all the stuff. I can send all the stuff from this character to my Runekeeper, Guardian, or Warden, whichever is most relevant for their heritage runes. And yeah, I'll do this process on all the characters to clean them out and get the most out of the heritage runes, essentially. Well, this character's UI is not updated. He has 5 whole heritage runes plus 1 more. That equals 6 whole heritage runes. So one of those is going to go to my Guardian. This one. And one of those is going to go to my Hunter. That's one. Oh, his UI is way out of date. That's the character that I basically AFK leveled through. Yeah, basically AFK leveled to most of the way to that point. I forget why I leveled him. Like, there was a reason in me leveling him. I think I remember it's because I wanted to have a lore master that wasn't Louis, because Louis was like tied to YouTube, but then I didn't end up continuing with him much anyway. I want to have another lore master to play through stuff with. But now both of those lore masters are very similar level, and it just seems a little bit odd / silly / weird. These are all low-level heritage runes. These are all 45. So they will all go to my hunter, Louis. Oh boy, that's the lore master. He has scary inventory. Oh, I can also send all my virtue XP stuff. With the virtue XP boost, I want to make sure I use all those on my Warden. So that's exciting. And I really do mean that's exciting. Oh, I have a bunch of random food here. Resistance. It is snowing in Rohan. That's quite weird. Bear warning? I thought I already logged on my bear warning, but that could have been my other lore master. Level 60 and a level 61 lore master. The level 60 lore master is significantly better than the 61 one though, which is a bit odd. But that's what happens when one has better virtues and trait points. More trait points. I don't know that they're better trait points, but there are more. Oh, whoa. This was very terrifying at first because I did not see the snow as ground. It looked like it was just missing. But yeah, my level 65 bear warning is up here because that makes sense. It was a level 120 zone. I'm all the way up with these eagles here. He might just have to stay here forever because it's such an oddity. You can see Wells of Langflood and Sundergrot. That's where I'll be spending a lot of time on the Warden. Just got done with Vales of Anduin there. We were way down there doing Shades in the Swamp, but yeah, pretty neat, nice view from up here. I've already taken tons of screenshots, but you know, just take a few more. Okay, so as far as heritage runes, do I actually not have any on this character? Oh, there they are. When I have such a messy inventory, I don't know where they are. Overflow? I don't care too much about that stuff. I kind of do, but it's a lot of work to mess with that stuff. Okay, so one will go to my Guardian. And the rest will go to my Hunter. My Hunter's got a lot of work to use these heritage runes. I'm actually surprised that this character does not have more. I'm almost curious what happened to all the ones that he would have acquired because we ran tons of Moria instances. But that was before we knew anything about the LI revamp, so I wonder if I just like use those on basically trashing old LIs and such. That's what I'm guessing happened. The other possibility, and I will have to leave my wonderful position here. The other possibility is they are in his vault, so I will check that just to make sure. This character will eventually have to leave here, but it's just, I personally think it's pretty neat that I was able to get up there. And I have a bunch of jewelry, a bunch of level 100 gear, but no legendary item stuff, no heritage runes. Oh well, that's fine. I could check my shared storage just while I'm thinking about it. I don't think I see any. Yeah. What's the best server to play on, like the most populated? I think technically Evernight would be one of the most populated, but before I get into the specifics and why, does my captain, I don't think he has an LI yet, even though he's 52, but he might have heritage runes. But we don't know the official stats for the servers. The best way that people can estimate the population is in the in-game Who panel, fellowing panel. It shows the number of non-anonymous people. The problem is anybody can just check anonymous here and they won't display on that, and you can't really track that at all. So that is one. Oh, I have one whole heritage rune. All right. So yeah, that's the. Oh, apparently I'm on the Muslim Warrior stuff to get the LI. But anyway, that is the problem with actually knowing for real the most populated server. But based on the non-anonymous players, you can get a general idea. And Evernight, I think, is technically the most populated server in the game. But that is an EU server, which means a lot of people playing that will be on a EU times instead of NA times, where Arkenstone seems to be the most populated NA server. And just based on people talking and that general stuff, it seems like Arkenstone is the most end-game active server. End-game active NA server, at least. I actually haven't heard it compared much to Evernight, but it even seems like compared to Evernight, an overall more populated server, there might be more end-game activity, but I don't have experience on Evernight to comment on that. Okay, I have one heritage rune, but I have plenty more I know in my mail. I got tons of mail from my Warden. A lot of them are Virtue XP things, which I will send right back to the Warden. A lot of old LI stuff. So Runekeeper, he will have a lot of time that I'll have to spend cleaning him out. I don't think there's any reason I shouldn't just destroy these. I need the inventory slots anyway, so I can get the town services and the such, so destroy those on the way there. Can lock all the reputation stuff, because while I am not immediately going to be using that, it's still useful. So you can do /played. That would be how many hours you have been logged into that character. So this character, I've been logged into him for 2 weeks, 15 hours, 22 minutes, 37 seconds. Sounds like a long time, but there's a lot of that time just built up over time. That is true, but also AFK time and the such. But yeah, you could do that for every character on your account, and you can probably tell how many hours you have played the game based off of that. I think that would be the best way to tell. I think if you play on Steam, it tracks your hours playing a game, but as far as my limited experience with that, it is quite inaccurate. And even inconsistent with itself, because when I was playing New World, I would have a different number of hours listed in different areas for how long I played that game. And I think neither of them added up to what I estimated the time to be. Oh wow, that'd be a decent upgrade. Pretty big upgrade for this character, actually. Even though it has the exact same vitality as the 95 ones, that's a bit odd. Wow, all of that for that many inventory slots. Alright, let's take some stuff here. And we have a cat again. And I can't see my keyboard to type. Do I think they should implement an NPC that lets you turn it on/off? Oh, to level at the same pace like in Treebeard server on live servers. I don't see them doing that, but I wouldn't see much of a reason for that to not be an option. It would be completely optional, and I would definitely prefer that over just the Tortoise Stone, because the XP disabling stone, to me it just feels bad to gain no XP at all. I'd rather even gain 20% normal XP than no XP at all. I'd even rather gain like 300% normal XP. Just go ahead and level insanely fast rather than get 0 XP at all. Just because it feels completely counter to an MMO to me to be that way. Ooh, don't want to delete that. Glad it prevents you from doing that. Oh, I should probably check my bank vault as well. I think they have mostly crafted stuff, but yeah. If y'all can't tell, the reason I sent all this stuff to my Runekeeper is for storage, basically. Like, all the stuff that I sent to the Runekeeper would have been in my Warden's inventory, which they didn't have room for. So by storing it in the mail on this character, I'm able to just send it right back. It takes a bit of time, but it's like an extended storage, really. Whole bunch of just single items loose there. And yeah, landscape difficulty on main servers. I think I've seen quite a few people request that that be, or even suggest that finally be added to the regular servers. But it seems like Standing Stone Games, perhaps contrary to what it sounded like the initial plans were, they no longer plan to do that as far as I can tell. Perhaps a way to get people to subscribe for that feature. They could actually have it. I think this would be feasible to make it like a VIP only feature if they want to monetize it. And I'd personally be completely fine with a feature like that being monetized. Do I actually want to send those? I do not. Those, oh wow, those are all 45. They're all going to my hunter. I thought I would have a lot more heritage runes on this character, to be honest. Like, I thought a level 141. Yes, here they are. Here are all the 100 ones. Okay, so let's see what 41 level 100 heritage runes does. I'm at 38, and that got me up to 42. Not too bad. Or at least it got me to 41, working on 42. And then the rest I will send off to my hunter, whose name is Louis, because I forgot. And then last character that I need to check before the hunter is my guardian. Veer, you asked if you should jump in now or wait for the upcoming changes. Honestly, now might be a good time to go ahead and start, because that'll just help you get settled in and ready for the changes. You still have, before the upcoming monetization changes, as a free-to-play player, you still have a few zones. You would have Ear of the Wind, Shire, Breeland, and Lonelands. All those you can play through. Which is a decent bit of content. Who am I going on? Guardian. Where is my guardian? There they are. My foot is really itchy right now. I think it's dry because it got cold here again. Definitely doesn't feel like spring. But I'm guessing dry skin is just making my skin generally itchy recently. Wow, that's a lot of tier 1 enhancement runes. Oh. That is a lot of those. 491 purple ones and 82 teal ones. Alright, heritage 85. Do I have any heritage runes? I have... Okay, so I have a 115 one. That would be best on my Warden, actually. The main character. Other Mel. Not Melrethel Q. There we go. Okay, get that out of the way, and then I'll have a couple it looks like to send to Louis Lost the Hunter. Hello, Cosmic Star. Oops, why did I type Louis 7? Louis Lost, that's who I noted, right? The cat is out of the way now, but oh no. She was quite distracting. Yes. That's why I should close my water bottle lid so cat fur doesn't get in it. And I'm also like, I'd be worried about her knocking it down. Okay, anyway, we have all these, I think these all should be level 85 heritage runes. I'm still quite a bit away from level 85. So unless I really need progress on the reward track, I'll just store them on this character, and if I do any valoring of this character, I'll make sure to get 85 first just to use those at the most optimal time. But yeah, it'd be exciting, have some motivation to level my guardian, do missions or something, avoid Rohan as much as possible, but yeah, do something on the guardian. interested if I could solo Sword Halls tier 2. That'd be a tough one. Yeah, Cosmic Star, you can ask the question about Yondershire. And yeah, I wonder if there will be any big anniversary sales. That's one of the types of things that I was expecting to be a little bit more announced. And what's wrong with Rohan? I do not like Rohan, especially West Rohan. West Rohan by far my least favorite zone in Lotro, least favorite thing in Lotro, least favorite part about Lotro even, maybe? I don't know if I'd go quite that far. Some of the problems with West Rohan are more so, I think, problems with the whole Clash Trade Point stuff. But otherwise, the questing in general is just boring to me personally there. It's not the case for everybody. Some people really like West Rohan, but I am not. Oh, I want to check one thing on the Runekeeper. I'm not one of those people that like it. Yes, elves have high elves, stout axe have dwarves, and hoping a new subrace for hobbits. So Standing Stone Games announced way back, I think in 2020 or 2021, that they are working on river hobbits as the next premium race. No news recently on them, but talked about this a little bit earlier, but the last update I heard, or the earliest potential release date for them, would be late 2022. I think that was even way back when they were announced. I don't know if that's still on track. Haven't heard anything about them recently. I think it would be pretty neat if they tried to do some hobbit housing to go with river hobbits as a premium neighborhood, since people like that stuff so much. If there's ever a premium neighborhood that I really like, I will eventually get a premium house, but they just gotta release one I like. I don't know if river hobbits will be. I think some people suspect they will be able to be lore masters, but no official announcements with them. And again, haven't heard any updates on them in actually quite a while. Oh, it's getting old. It's 62 inside, but it's like the rest of me's comfortable, but hands are cold if I'm not doing anything. Which I consider the activity clicking my mouse every once in a while not much to not make them cold. Though of course they still get a little bit sweaty, but that's the way hands work. Anyway, I'm totally distracted. What do I need to do here? Brawler is the newest class. I would guess in the future there's always the possibility for new ones. But this is what I wanted to look at. You can get the gold chest piece, and then maybe even the gold helmet from something else, or gold something or other from guild stuff. But for the guild stuff, you have to be level 120 maybe? Or not 120, but 130? I don't actually know. But yeah, this is what I want to craft for my Warden, or specifically. I actually don't know. This one would be pretty good. That one has really nice itemization. This one has the same itemization. But yeah, as far as set bonuses go, I suppose this one would be better. Although if I didn't get the full, if I did not get the full 4 set bonus, I would go actually with the yellow one. But yeah, what do I need? 25 Ithelharn shards. That's the hard part. Thilgalad hides, I think that's the other hard part. How do you even get Thilgalad hides? I really do forget. I know we just went through this update, but maybe here? I thought Thilgalad, maybe that is also guild, or you have to get the recipe. I think Louisden's guild experience was really weird because I basically went through all the same stuff twice somehow. It seemed like. I don't know. I thought you crafted a box. Again, might need guild stuff for that, as that would be my suspicion at least. I don't even know how my guild progress is on this character. I just know you get basically free guild progress for doing the Minas Morgul, once you hit that tier. But again, you might have to be 130 to do that. Ithilgalad component crates, that's right, and that can give you that stuff. And I need, if I really wanted to craft that chest piece for myself, I would need 20 of those. It appears to have been transformed by the act of disenchanting. Okay, they drop a Minas Morgul instances. That is right. That is all coming back to me. I remember those selling. I think I ended up selling them because I didn't really bother with crafting anything with them. Okay. Anyway, that is the crafting here. I'll eventually get some brushed municipal leathers and the such and craft our captain some of these banners to start. And yeah, I think I'll get back on my Warden, and again, it'll be time for me to get wrapping up after that. I don't know, again, if this is an exciting way to wrap up a stream. Usually I seem to start streams with stuff like this, and then wrap up with, like, questing, but yeah. Trying, doing different things with my Warden and doing different formats than usual for my stream. I'm actually curious, did I stream this month? Because that's where my mind went. Yes, I streamed on April 7th, apparently. That's not all too long ago. It has been over a week. This has been a week. If that ain't obvious, but been a busy week. Next week I also expect to be busy, at least until the end of Thursday. Oh yeah, all these bounty things, those are just while I'm thinking about them. Oh, don't these, oh, maybe some of these you need to be, I don't know, something similar to these maybe needed to be rep, or is that like stuff in Mordor that I'm thinking about even? But yeah, since I'm not planning on doing all the quests, it's not too much of a problem if I accidentally miss some bounties. They're just super easy to do, and I think they are the type of side quest that would be, for me at least, worth doing. Alright, I think we are ready to get all my mail. Use all my Virtue XP things. Let's see, we are working on Wit, I believe. I kind of want to get my loyalty, just make sure I get it up to 66, so let's work on that one first. I don't even know how much Virtue XP all this stuff is worth, but again, we have 20% Virtue XP weekend, so if you have any of this stuff saved up, remember to use it. Unfortunately, I didn't get quite as much stuff as I might normally like to get saved up, but I'll do what I can with what I have. It's inching closer and closer to 66. That's a heritage rune. Oh, 2 more. There we go. Got it. That's exciting. And what else would I want to work on upgrading next? I had Wit. Maybe Valor? Valor would be the most efficient one to do. But the thing is, if I get like 1D done, that'll spill over and probably go to, I think after that point it would go to Wit, so I should be set here. Okay, Heritage Rune, I'll go ahead and use that one. Oh, I didn't log on to my Hunter. Wow. This is the thing with bouncing around with alts and the such. It seems time consuming. It kind of is, but I feel like I'm making it extra time consuming. It's also nice to me just to log into my characters, remember what was going on with them and all that sort of stuff. I don't know why, but it seems like logging out of my Warden is really when Lotro likes to crash, or at least spend a long while thinking about wanting to work. But there we go, this time it didn't completely crash. We can go on Movie Glass. Now, he should be interesting because he has a lot of stuff. I think he's actually the character with the most heritage runes. So I'm really curious how much progress he will get from those. Or how much progress my account will get from him using the level 45 heritage runes. But yeah, there are some pretty decent heritage runes that he has available to use. And of course, I have some to send to the Guardian and Warden. So these are Guardian, and those are Warden. There we go, and I think everything else... Wait, why am I at the... Did I die? I'm just so confused how I got to this area. I wasn't quite in the middle of the res circle, but did I somehow die and breathe on this character? Or just no idea how I got there? There's a trade channel? Oh yeah, there is. It's a world channel though. Just how recently I've used that. I don't think I've done much outside of LFF. But no trading in a long while. A lot of these will probably stack, although I'm not sure on all those. I don't need this stuff. I wanted to save 2 inventory spaces to make sure I could get the town services. Actually, I don't know. I might just collect all this stuff. Because again, a lot of it's probably going to stack. Maybe. Should all be level 45 at least. Okay, let's see. I'll go little to big, maybe? Would that work? These unfortunately don't go in the right order anymore. Okay, so here's 57,000 item XP. That got me a little over a level. And then this is a whole lot of item XP. Got me into 44. $88,000, got me about a level. These ones I don't expect to do much, and then this is the big one, 35, 27,000 ones. So this one, I don't know. I don't even know what number to guess. I would hope maybe 10 levels from that. Is that a little bit of a high? Is it too bullish to guess that much? Oh, 9 levels. Almost 10. Wait, I can't claim these on this character? Oh, you still have to claim them in order? I thought they fixed that. I guess not. Oh well. But yeah, I should get a lot of XP on Melrath on my Warden as I quest through the stuff. Hopefully I can get enough to get to 100 this season. But yeah, I got about halfway through it before I really am actually interested in starting to focus on it, so that's not too bad, I suppose. It's just the only thing is, I mentioned this before, but on my Beorning, we went through tons of Moria instances, and you all might be familiar, the Moria instances at least used to drop some really valuable heritage runes, and lots of them, but I'm guessing I just kind of essentially trashed those by using them on the old system for very minor upgrades at most. I don't think I would have vendored any. I can log into my bank alt since we're bouncing around with all the alts. I'll go ahead and log in my bank alt, see if there's anything of interest there. But yeah, it would have been nice, I suppose, if I had kept more of that stuff and just saved it, but that's the way it is with a lot of things in MMOs. So I can't really complain about not knowing that would eventually be a thing, but I just know there was a lot of stuff that... A lot of heritage runes that I could have had saved up if I had known. Alright, looks like this character's all set. It's a good thing I logged in, got a bunch of those item boxes. We'll probably use a lot of that stuff on Gundabad. Oh. I thought they looked a little bit familiar. Turns out they were. They're in the kin. Okay, finally back on the Warden. I really don't know how long I spent bouncing on the ults, but it feels like an hour. And I suppose now is a good reminder that I will finish up the LI stuff on the Warden, and then it'll be wrap-up point for the stream this evening. It was fun getting back. I know today, at least it seemed a little bit hectic and sort of zooming through stuff and sort of going very slowly through stuff, but I have definitely had fun going through all this. Maybe I should save some of these. I was just going to use them all, but what if I actually get enough stuff for 130? Probably won't get enough stuff for 130. One from the reward track, that was actually one of the things. But from the appraisal, that's actually what I was initially thinking, the appraisal. Can you click? Oh, that would be nice if you could just click the level here. And you can't scroll. I still think there are improvements. Well, this is better than the initial. Oh, I just filled up my inventory completely. Oops. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And I can actually sell that. And by sell, I clearly mean destroy. Same with that one. Okay. So these are all enhancement runes, uncommon. I wonder, could you just save these boxes anyway? The reward track boxes, you could probably save those for, like on this server, could probably save those for 140 as well. Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and open the ancient script stuff. Keep that out of my inventory at least. Enhancement rune. Suppose it's better to go ahead and claim stuff on the reward track now, just because. Make sure y'all can see the stuff still. Yeah, go ahead and claim it now because that'll just save me in the future, so I don't have to click all these things to get all the rewards. It would be nice if there was a claim all button, something like that maybe. What is that? Sealed chest of embers and figments. What if I am at the embers cap? Because I'm at 8,000. I don't know how many this gives. It says 1,000. How am I doing on figments? Okay. So embers, I can get one more of those. Ancient scripts. That's what I wanted. Purple traceries, I'm completely fine opening now. Teal traceries are the ones I actually care about. Especially with these being random, like I got 2 of the same one. Wonderful. That's a lot of ancient scripts. Of course, you kind of need a lot if you're going to build out a full LI from scratch, but I suppose that is a positive, like, initial impression of the rewards in the reward track. It seems to be a decent amount of ancient scripts. Ooh, a teal tracery. Oh, teal tracery token, even better. I think we will be visiting the Rivendell house. There we are. Yeah, I don't think I'll have to worry about having too many enhancement runes, actually. I don't plan to build 2 LIs at all on this character, though, so that's, I suppose, just something to keep in mind for me. Wait, don't have enough room to do that. That is another seal chest of embers, so I'm going to be at the embers cap with that. I'll have to find... I suppose I could go to the... Ooh, how can I spend embers right now? Oh, they still have it in Esteladon? And at Curfew. Maybe Esteladon, but and at Curfew I know has an embers vendor. I'll probably have to buy something Gundabad. Another tracery token. I have no idea how many ancient scripts a teal tracery costs, but... Uh-oh, I just got my inventory full, didn't I? Well, let's see if there is a bad tracery that I definitely know I want to go ahead and disenchant, like that one. Oh, I can't even do that. Okay, let's destroy something random I don't need. If there's something random that I don't need. Ah, yeah, Mithrin Essence of Vitality. Okay, Ancient Script, still doing okay. Enhancement Runes. Sealed Tracery. This was a lot of work claiming these rewards. Not to sound like I'm complaining about rewards, but hey, a teal tracery. Is that the first actual teal tracer I've gotten? Of course it's spear gambit damage. No, basically no interest on that. These items are for the new legendary item system. So Vera, if I remember correctly, you said you were a new player or going to start Lotro soon, and this is a system that you will encounter when you go to Moria in the game, which is level 50. You can start as early as 45 technically. But yeah, it is a weapon system. You get 2 of them on each character. One is always going to be a weapon, and the other is, depending on your class, for the Warden it's a ranged weapon, it's a javelin, and the primary one is just a single-hand melee weapon, and I chose spear. And all these items are for that system. It's probably a little bit complicated looking, but it is a system where you slot in items. If you're familiar with other games, they might function like gems in other games. In Lotro, they function similar to essences, and you just slot a bunch of these things that give you various boosts, and you can upgrade them with the enhancement runes, and every few levels you will replace the stuff with just higher level ones that need to repeat the enhancing them. But yeah, I don't know if that makes the system sound exciting or intimidating, but I think it recently got a pretty big revamp, and all this stuff is a part of the revamped system. I think it is in a lot better state than the old one, especially for a new player, so hopefully when you get to it, it'll make a bit of sense and not seem... Like, I could just see with all the stuff I'm opening, all of a sudden on this character, could see it being overwhelming, but one reason I have so much stuff is I have basically ignored the system until now, because I specifically wanted to get level 121 before I did this stuff, because 121 is one of those tier upgrades where I will get a higher levels worth of stuff at this point that I can use at the level 130 cap. I know I got a legendary tracery token somewhere. That's exciting. That's the very first one of those I have seen. Oh, and I'm all caught up. Alright, so I have a whole bunch of useless traceries, I believe. And then I have probably a little set of useful ones, but ideally I will actually go with all teal or better, but we will see. One thing I still have to do is I have 1 legendary item to appraise still. Oh, apparently I have 2 allies to appraise. I'm going to appraise the bridle there. Okay, that got me over the tracery ancient script cap, but that's okay. And I will consider, should I save this for Gundabad or should I appraise it now? I might save this for Gundabad. I don't know that I necessarily need to appraise this now, and I could get tier 14 enhancement runes if I did it in Gundabad. Or, yeah, the level 130 to 150 stuff. So there we go. That is the progress on this character. Again, it's a lot of work. I'm a little bit worn out from all that. But I'll go to Rivendell, go to the Archive of Traceries. I'll barter for a gold one, probably. and barter for some teal ones and see from there. Whoa. I almost would consider just doing my muster in Rivendell again. I shouldn't have trusted the war steed, especially with the lag there. I tried to stop it even before it started the whole zooming to catch up to where it belonged. Because if it was going that whole time instead of standing still during the lag, that is where it would have been. But of course on the screen it went like zoom once it finally went. Randomly reading Captain Hobbits again, that would be interesting. I don't know if hobbits have... Excuse me, but if hobbits have captain qualities, even river hobbits. Unless it's like a pie-eating captain. Or a farming captain. Imagine that. A few people here. It's nice to see another level 121 folk here. 130, that makes sense. They would be here. Okay, hello pharmacist. I have been pretty good, but pretty busy. I want... I want a Warden tracery. There's Warden. Clearly I don't head here frequently enough. That is a nice hunter outfit. It's a little bit, perhaps... Seems like things might not match, but I like it. Warden 131. I need 121 and I want legendary. These only take 1,000 ancient scripts. That's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. The big thing is getting the crack tracery, the tracery barter currency token thing. But there is a specific Warden tracery that is, I think at least, very clearly better than the rest. And that is mastery cooldown. It's a little bit slightly better, I suppose, for red line than yellow line, but it's just a fun tracery, and that is by far my favorite Warden tracery. So I got that. We'll see. I have Warden Mastery on one of these. Oh, the UI for these ain't great. I have a lot of traceries deactivated. There we go. Warden Mastery cooldown. This is going to be a not only half a second upgrade on that cooldown. This is also going to be over 10,000 finesse upgrade. Wow. And I can put these. I don't want to actually do that. I want to save these for a little bit better results than upgrading finesse, but I could enhance the finesse. Okay, next up we have incomparable. Fist Gambit damage and critical rating. I think that's an obvious one. I have 7 of these, and there might honestly only be 7 Warden traceries worth getting. I might even do something in like a heraldry. Oh, I probably want to... I actually forgot all the non-class ones that I would ideally like to get teal. So that's something I'll have to think about as I go about this. Well, no more on page 1. I thought there were some other good ones. Oh, surety of death damage over time. Surety of death damage over time. I actually don't know that I want that. And am I crazy, or they're only like 2 really good? I got the Fist Gambit damage right. Wow, there might really only be a couple good Warden traceries. I thought there were at least a few good ones. Like, okay, Shield Gambit line healing, that's a pretty good one. But as far as just damage goes, I see 2 that are... 3 really. But 2 that I want to definitely prioritize getting teal. And then I actually might want... Might want some of the Word of Power ones. Let's see, how many Word of Power do I have again? It might change at 126 or 130, depending on how they do it on the server, but it looks like I have 1 and then maybe 2 more on this. Yeah, it looks like I have 3 of those that I can get. I think damage over time and damage over time criticals are 2 obvious ones, and those are 2 that I already have. So I'll get those. And then otherwise it should probably be area of effect damage. And I think that's all I can get for now. Replace damage over time with damage over time criticals. No, I want to replace damage over time criticals with damage over time criticals. Also get pretty good crit damage upgrade. Or not crit damage, but crit rating upgrade from that. Then we'll go back to the spear and do area of effect damage and pretty significant physical mastery upgrade from that. Okay, so next up would be the heraldry, and the heraldry is one where it might be worth getting the teal in that. So I don't know how many more teals I can barter for. I think it's 3, if I remember correctly. I don't even see my currency, but we'll see. Yes, I can barter for 3 more teal traceries. So I think I will get 2 heraldries, 1 heraldry for each LI, and then I will go back and get surety of death damage over time. And the tracery I want is, this is something I would probably recommend for basically everybody, is to actually get the vitality one, the one with more, the defensive one, even if you're DPS, because it's, I'll double check this right now, but it's more efficient itemization. It's more efficient with the way it distributes the stats, in particular the physical mastery, agility, and vitality, the 3 whole stats of it. I think it is more efficient to get the increased vitality out of that, especially considering you can often run into the mastery cap. Now, for good and bad, I'm not quite sure that's the case if people are already running into the mastery cap and actually having issues with that, but for anything below the level cap, it can be easy to overcap mastery. So getting vitality in place of that would be better. So I will get a couple of those, 1 for each LI. Just confirm I am getting the right thing, because it would suck to barter for the wrong thing. This is a huge physical mastery upgrade. And huge vitality upgrade. And then I will go ahead and use some enhancement runes on this. We can see what doing 10 enhancement runes does to those stats. Oh, I don't know why that went to open an external store. I must have clicked. Oh, under this panel, I clicked get more mithril coins. Okay, don't want to do that. Yeah, 10 of those, pretty decent. That was the javelin, so we'll do spear here. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe me actually upgrading the allies. I feel like this is the first time in a while that I've really done focus session on upgrading the allies. Hopefully this is interesting, helpful for some people to see. There we go, got those maxed out for 121. I would call those stats on a weapon a little bit overpowered for this level, but that's the whole fun of it to me. Also, probably want to do damage over time criticals. Cataclysmic, I've seen that name quite a bit on the server. When you have only so many people on the server that play, if you run into somebody more than once, it's notable. So I forgot what I was getting. I was getting Warden traceries, 121, incomparable, page, surety of death damage over time. There it is. Okay, and the rest I don't know, I might replace some of the random purples I have here with everything else. I would hope with these purples I have, I can make up the rest of the stuff I need somewhat decently. But I could also go ahead and just barter. It doesn't take that many ancient scripts to barter them for one character at least. Like any missing ones. Okay, so surety of death damage over time. Oh, there's Fist Gambit damage. Uh-oh, did I... Okay, I just didn't apply that. That was a little bit scary. There we go. And then I want Surety of Death damage over time, which I'm guessing is on the other ally, it seems. And also, if I had Spear Gambit damage on any of these, I'd go ahead and do it. I probably don't. Oh, apparently I do. Might as well make use of that. I don't think it would be worth to start on Anor, especially population-wise. This is one of the less populated servers. I don't know some of the French and German language servers, I'm not too sure. But I think it's a bit lower than Treebeard still, which Treebeard, as far as I know, is also trending down in the population, but it is higher than Shadowfax. But otherwise, it's one of the lowest population servers in the game. Okay, Surety of Death damage over time. That will go on the Javelin, it appears. There it is. Replace that one. Get a whole bunch more physical mastery. I gotta be... Actually, not quite capped. I guess the cap number goes up quite a bit, so I need to upgrade the numbers quite a bit at this point. 121. But yeah. Lots of upgrades for the LI here. And then any of these... Oh boy. Ambush. I sadly probably have that just for the critical rating. I think that is why I used to have that ambush there. That's Fist Gambit, already did that one. Gambit Builder damage, I could have that. Bring Javelin. I'd almost want that resolution damage for the Javelin skills damage. I'd probably rather Gambit Builder damage than Javelin skills damage. There's Javelin skills critical chance, and that gives critical rating. Let's see. I probably want that just for the crit rating. Let's see if I have it on the spear already. Oh, I'd probably rather that than Spear Gambit damage. The Javelin skills critical chance for the critical rating. I hate to replace that one. I know that was one of the teal ones I got randomly, but... Thanks. I'm looking through these. I'd like the Shield Gambit line healing. That's okay. Resolution damage, I wouldn't mind that for the tactical mitt, but I could go ahead and replace that just to have something more valuable for now. Let me make sure I don't have that exact tracer here. Steadfast, Surety of Death, Wages of Fear, okay. So we're going to go Javelin skills critical. And Hampering Javelin, do I have that? There it is. And why do I have Hampering Javelin? So I get that that'd be useful for the slow, but there's probably something better I can find to replace that. Heal bonus for Conviction. Don't have that one. So I'd actually rather replace that with anything at this point. Here, we could go back to Spear Gambit damage. How about Spear Shield Gambit damage? I don't think I have that one at all. It's better than nothing. Okay, Marked Target double cast. Don't have that. And I know I have Steadfast somewhere in here, and that'll be a nice vitality upgrade. Okay, I think I've gone through... Ooh, Wages of Fear positional damage. Could use that just for the crit rating. Unfortunately, that really is the case with some of these. Okay, so a couple things to note for this character's traceries is I'm clearly not done with these, and I will need to reevaluate them at some point, but that is with what I have without spending anything more than I need. That is where I was able to patch it up to. Some highlights, if we look, maybe this would be a better way to just look at them both. some of the highlights for things that are actually really good with it are the heraldries. Got those teal, got the gold for the Warden Mastery cooldown, and otherwise got a couple other teals that aren't bad. Oh yeah, got the roll ones, whatever they're called, the roll traceries, area of effect damage, dot, and dot criticals. Got those teals, so feeling pretty happy with the progress I got on the allies from all that stuff. And yeah, hopefully that will help me, since I will probably be under-leveled eventually for a lot of the Minas Morgul content. Since I will eventually get under-leveled, it will hopefully help with that. And I think the cat wants some attention. Okay, trying to see if there are any final things. I know that whole ally stuff took a while, but I felt like it was really beneficial to get through for this character. Yeah, definitely don't need Abyssal Relics. I think all the boxes are for 130 gear now. Have a couple of those ready to open for when I get to 130. And yeah, so one final thing I would like to do is spend some Embers of Enchantment. And I would like to go to the missions people, mission recruiter, mission stable master, I forget their exact name. But anyway, going to them to take me to Anak Curfew will be the best way to get there, I think. And as I head there and try to find something to buy with my embers just to get below the cap, as far as this stream goes, I hope you all enjoyed it with me getting back to streaming. First of all, it's been almost a week since I've done a stream. And back to the Warden, progressing on the Warden, now actually leveling, getting through Minas Morgul content. I hope you all are also as excited as I am to be eventually going through it again. And getting, especially, I mentioned this, Wells of Lingflood and Azena Balzar will be my two focuses. And then if I get around to doing anything else, I can do that as well. Let's see, what is most expensive? That's what I'd really like to get. So there's Delving, so that's going to be okay-ish essences. I'd really like to not spend my stuff on that. So I'll probably get Coffer of Adventures, jewelry or armor. I think either of those would be reasonable. I also could do weaponry to get a shield. Usually that's pretty decent. The only concern is maybe at that point I'd end up getting a crafted one because we don't know the future with Gundabad 140 stuff. And I just think jewelry would be the most universal one. So I'll get a box of level 140 jewelry for, you know, maybe in September. I can open that and use it and be level 140 on the server. We'll see. But yeah, with that, time to wrap up the stream. Again, hope you all enjoyed it with all that stuff and all that I mentioned. And if you did enjoy this stream, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content. And speaking of, I have to thank Strange Fruit again for giving the tip earlier. And thanks for watching, everyone.